All right, 3, 2, 1.
Go ahead and we'll call the regular council meeting to order at 6:32 p.m. May I have a roll call?
Backnick.
Here.
Bertone.
Here.
Harrison. Heights.
Here.
Horton.
Here.
Saracey.
Here.
Thank you.
I have a motion to excuse Mr. Harrison.
So moved.
So moved.
Second, Horton.
Saracey.
Aye.
Horton.
Aye.
Backnick.
Aye.
Bertone.
Aye.
Heights.
Aye.
Thank you.
Can I have a motion to approve the minutes from the regular council meeting held January 19th and also the minutes from the finance committee held the 5th of February?
So moved. Bertone. Second, Heights. Horton.
Bertone.
Aye.
Heights.
Aye.
Horton.
Aye.
Saracey.
Aye.
Backnick.
Aye.
Thank you.
This evening, instead of Mary Alice didn't want to do the Zoom call, so she sent her report. And I'm going to try to do an inadequate job, I'm sure, of giving the yearly report for the Historical Society. That's part of their lease agreement with us, is that they give a report once a year. So I know the report is in your packets, so if you'd like to follow along. So for Mary Alice, good evening, Mayor and Council and guests. Once a year, Fairport Harbor Historical Society comes before the Mayor and Council and gives a report on our activities during the previous year. The operation of the Fairport Harbor Historical Society is conducted solely on a volunteer basis by its members. The 2020 season report, attendance. Because of COVID-19, we were not able to open until July 1st, 2020. We closed September 20th, 2020. We had 939 visitors. That includes 5 private tours and a 75th anniversary attendance. The Fairport Harbor Creamery, owned by Karen and Brian Volzer, helped with the loss of revenue due to the reduced days and hours that they were open. You can see from 2016 to 2020, again, 2020 definitely had some numbers that were less than normal. The tours, the same way. The museum affiliations, Lake County Visitors Bureau, Northeastern Ohio Inter-Museum Council, Historic Lake County Alliance, Ohio Lighthouse Society, the U.S. Lighthouse Society, Great Lakes Maritime History, and Lighthouse Digest. Advertising, January 2020. The Historical Society sets aside $2,000 every year for advertising the Lighthouse and Museum. We advertise in the Ohio Travel Atlas, has a circulation of over 400,000 people. Distribution includes the Convention and Visitors Bureaus of Ohio Turnpike, travel information centers, and 175 AAA offices. For years, we have advertised in the Lake County Visitors Guide that is distributed out all locations, including Pennsylvania. Also in the Greater Boating Association magazine that is distributed to all yacht clubs. The Society supports Harding High and McKinley schools. They give out ribbons to all our visitors who climb the tower. Free advertising in the Gazette and Tribune newspapers and the News Herald happenings. Projects completed in 2020. As they started the new year, she would like to reflect on 2020. Here are some of our accomplishments of the Lighthouse and Museum. Paid out over $30,000 to complete these. The biggest improvement was the restoration of the pilot house, the Frontenac. It was totally restored, including a new visor, repaired roof and the foundation, repair under the Frontenac. The sign in front of the lighthouse was repainted, the light that's shown for 100 years. Shingles were replaced on the roof of the museum. and one of the air conditioners was replaced at a cost of $6,000. And the other one was repaired as well. Projects planned for 2021. Tony Bertone is actively working on organizing several projects he hopes to complete in 2021. Those are provide a lift for a month, scrape loose paint and eaves, oil primer and paint, masonry tuck point repairs at the lighthouse below the observation deck, more masonry work to be done inside of the tower, handrail repair inside the tower, deck repair and painted. Membership of 2020, lifetime is 92, regular 36, couples are 62, and patron 2. 27 members did not renew in 2020. We're blaming the virus on this. They'll be sending out a newsletter this month asking for members to renew for 2021. I would just like to say that Mary Alice and her group do a fine job with the museum. I know it's a lot of work to keep it running. I think they did a wonderful job with the difficult, circumstances of last year. Looks like they did quite a bit of improvements, and that was a good use of the time without people being there. But I'm sure that we'll get back to normal times as this year goes on. So Mr. Bertone, as always, does a lot for the lighthouse. I don't think folks understand the personal time that he actually puts into it, both time and money-wise. So I would like to recognize that as well. So you can ask me any questions you like. I probably won't have any answers, so I would just forward the questions on to Mary Alice. Okay, if we've got nothing else, we are to reports from our solicitor, Mr. Jim Lyons.
Good evening, Mayor. No report tonight.
All right, thank you, Mr. Lyons. So then for me this evening, I do have one item. I would like to propose that we go back to in-person meetings in the month of April. As long as the numbers of COVID continue to decline, I think we'll be well out of red by then. I would also like to suggest that we formally make an amendment to the council meetings and just do one meeting per month, keep it on the second Tuesday of the month. This has been working very well for the administration. We don't feel like we need the extra meeting. If we do for some reason, we would just go ahead and do that on a special type of basis. But I would make the suggestion that we go back to in person, and then, like I said, let's make a formal change to the council rules to where it's the second Tuesday of every month is when we meet.
Second Tuesday or third, Mayor?
It would be the third, sorry. It would be the second time that we normally meet. So we normally meet on the first and third. Thank you, Vernon. It would be on the third Tuesday.
I'll make that a motion.
I would second it, and maybe, Mayor, I would add that maybe we could revisit the frequency next year if we get back to normal, to give the residents more opportunity to come in and speak to us when things return normal. So if we could do that for April through the 31st of December and then revisit that next year.
Yeah, I mean, we can make the motion to where we just do it until then, and then, like you said, I'll ask Chris to put it on our agenda for the end of December, going into next year then.
Vern, are you okay with modifying the motion that way?
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, then I will second.
Horton,
Aye.
Bertone,
Aye.
Backnick,
Aye.
Heights,
Aye.
Saracen.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. I don't have anything else this evening from our administrator, Amy Kosick.
Mayor, can I interrupt?
Sure.
Did we make a motion to excuse Mr. Harrison?
I think we already did.
Okay.
Yes.
I missed that
Okay.
somehow, but I probably voted on it.
I think you did.
You seconded.
There, Amy.
Blame it on the connection, Vern.
Okay.
All right.
Things are different in New York.
All right. Well, Dave Joyce, recently announced the Fairport Harbor Dredging Initiative and several other projects in the Great Lakes, which are included in the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers work plan for one. The U.S. Army Corps has earmarked $1.42 million for dredging of the in Fairport. Senior Center, Painesville Township has approved donations to the Fairport Harbor Senior Center in the amount of $3,500 for 2020 and another $3,500 for 2021. The township makes this contribution to the Senior Center because the center also serves Painesville Township residents. In some updates on new business activity, I'm happy to report that the Gourmet Soap Market, which has been located in downtown Willoughby for the last 11 years, has decided to move to Fairport. The shop will be located at 204 3rd Street, right next to the Glazed Donut Shop. They'll be announcing their grand opening very shortly. Also, Flowers by Julie will be relocating to 900 High Street. She hopes to be open by April 1st. In addition, we have a lot of interest in the former Our Pets location on East Street, Harvey's Market, and a restaurant location at 318 High Street. So stay tuned. I think some exciting things are coming down the pike for those. Board positions, we have resolutions are included in your packets for council to approve the appointment of 2 residents, Greg Major and Chris Pinta, to fill the remaining 2 vacancies on the Board of Zoning Appeals. We'll come to that later in the meeting. As far as media goes, the News Herald has run numerous articles on Fairport in January and early February. Mid-January, there was an article on Old Familiar Ways. On the 23rd of January, an article on our continued contract for zoning services. January 26th, they highlighted Bob being selected as Employee of the Year. February 3rd, regarding the funding to dredge the harbor. February 4th, and finally, an article on February 7th regarding the use of our dredge materials for ecosystem restoration projects. Finally, I just want to make mention that our 2021 State of the Village is going to be a little different this year. Since we are unable to meet in person, we are in the process of preparing a video presentation. This presentation will have featured the mayor, looking back at what our goals for 2021. The plan is to present the video at the start of our March 16th council meeting, and then post it to our website and to the village Facebook page for those who are unable to attend and who might miss the council meeting. So those are just a couple things we got going on. That's my report.
Any questions of Amy this evening?
Mayor, this is Tony, I would just like to say, you notice all the uptick, and I know you notice this because you're there with Amy all the time, but since Amy became full-time, all of the activity and a lot of exciting things have been happening and all positive. So a lot of thanks to the administration and thanks to Amy for the hard work. Noticed.
Thank you.
Agreed. We are very fortunate to have her on the team. Okay, so Mr. Haddon.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, members of council, I just have one quick update. The water plant project that we're working on now, it's out to bid actually. We're opening bids next Thursday. So we'll look for some good numbers there. That's for the sediment weirs, the clear well improvements, and the filters. And one more thing, I did take a look at that drainage issue at East and Water Street, and I talked to Mike about it. I've put together a couple conceptual alternates. I'm going to review those with him when the weather permits. That's all.
Is that Easton High?
East and High water, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
They're coming into town, yeah.
So we're talking about where you're entering town where the water pools there, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
That's correct.
All right, thank you, Clyde.
You're welcome.
All right, we got any questions for Clyde? Okay, if not, Mr. Paquette, you're up.
Applications for purchase of the replacement vehicle from Penn Care for a replacement rescue vehicle. And that'll all be paid for out of the fire levy.
Chris is breaking up, Mayor. I don't know if that's happening to you guys.
Yeah, so Chris just needs a motion for the purchase of the fire department for the DAS contract for $27,873.50. And then we'll need another one for the police chief to enter into.
Actually, replacement rescue vehicle, $196,130, and that's just a rough estimate. You will get legislation at the next meeting once I can go and get financing from probably either Santander or tax exempt leasing. They've both provided quotes.
Okay,
Mayor,
So the motion you want is to negotiate the lease? Or
Correct.
the lease purchase financing?
Correct.
that's correct, yeah.
Yeah.
And I would add that this is planned. These are planned several years in advance. We actually have a rotation for these vehicles, and this was anticipated a few years ago. So with that, I would make a motion that we authorize the mayor and the fire chief to enter into the negotiations at the $196,136.
I'll second that. Horton.
Bertone,
Aye.
Horton,
Aye.
Saris,
Aye.
Heights,
Aye.
Backnick.
Aye.
Thank you.
we actually have Harrison. I think Doug has joined the meeting.
Harrison, aye. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Doug.
Welcome.
So Tony, you just want to run through the next three motions then?
Sure, we could do that, or anybody else can make the motions, but yeah, we might as well. They're for the same thing. So if we want to add, we should probably say what they're for.
Yeah.
But it's all very similar. These are all planned for.
Okay, I'll go ahead now and I'll read them off then. So the next motion is to authorize the fire chief and fiscal officer to initiate the purchase of a command and response vehicle for the fire department under DAS contract for $27,873.50. I need a motion.
I'll make them.
I heard Mr. Bertone make the motion. Did I hear a second?
I think
You
Mr.
heard-
Heights made the second.
Jerry Heights, yes.
Bertone,
Aye.
Heights,
Aye.
Saracy,
Aye.
Horton,
Aye.
Harrison,
Aye.
Backnick.
Aye.
Thank you.
Okay, we need a motion to authorize the police chief and fiscal officer to initiate the purchase of 2 Chevrolet Tahoes from Tim Lally Chevy for the police department for $100,513.52.
Each or together?
That is together.
That's
I'll make that
103,000,
motion,
isn't it,
Horton.
Mayor?
Yes, $103,513.52.
I'll make that motion, Horton.
Saracy, second.
Horton,
Aye.
Saracy,
Aye.
Harrison,
Aye.
Heights,
Aye.
Backnick,
Aye.
Bertone.
Aye, and I would like to
Thank
add,
you.
that once again, those were planned well in advance of this year for the replacement of vehicles.
Yes.
Yes, Saracy. We were supposed to do it last year, and we did not purchase them last year, because last year was the time they were due. We had already talked to the chief about it.
Very good. Okay, last motion is a motion to authorize the administrator to proceed with the network overhaul and internet upgrades for the village offices through CMH.
Make a motion. Backnick.
Second, Heights.
Backnick,
Aye.
Heights,
Aye.
Bertone,
Aye.
Harrison,
Aye.
Saracy,
Aye.
Horton.
Aye.
Thank you.
You know, while we're on that internet piece there, I want to back up to Clyde. Clyde, I remember seeing something in a news report a week or two ago about a local water plant that was accessed from the outside. I don't know that we have that vulnerability, but can we look into that and make sure that we are protected to where that we don't have the issue of hacking into our plant?
Absolutely. I will look into that.
Okay, thank you, sir. And then if you could give us a report on the next meeting, or at least give Amy and I some kind of an indication before then.
Will do.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Mayor, we should probably have Clyde look into the National Defense Act, which talks about the type of equipment you can use.
Mhm.
It bans certain equipment by various companies for that reason. So the National Defense Act is pretty clear on it. So maybe you can give us a report on it.
Definitely.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, there's nothing for old business committee reports. I know the safety information from the chiefs are in the packet. Mr. Searcy, do you have anything to add?
Yes, I do. I was reading Tony's Bertone's report from the Finance Committee meeting. The mayor, myself, Amy, and Chris had a remote meeting about the budget, and Chief Leonard had mentioned that to me that he had needed a full-time policeman. And when we had the meeting with the four of us, I asked Chris how far out we could go and be able to afford it, and he was saying only 3 years. So I felt, and we all felt at the time, we couldn't have. Right now, it's not really in the budget to bring on a new full-time. So we were going to wait and see how the budget figures out later. But the chief had made a request, and it's not in the 3-year plan that we'd be able to afford it. I saw where Tony had mentioned it in the Finance Committee. So right now, isn't it right, Mayor? We decided, or Chris, we decided to wait.
Yeah, we're
Yes.
we're gonna pull together a safety committee meeting here going forward to start talking about that a little bit more and put some flesh around the bones on what we need to do there. It is something that we are going to have to address, but like we've all talked about, Frank, in our meeting, and then at the Finance Committee meeting too, it's more than just a conversation. We have to figure out how to pay for it in the long term. So, and we're committed to finding that. Okay.
And I also want to commend the fire and the police department. I want to say a special thing. I went to get my first shot for the COVID, and the fire and the police departments from Wycliffe and all the other fire departments had volunteered to work them. And if it wasn't for the police and fire, I wouldn't have been able to do it. And this is the one at the police department in Wycliffe, and it was for the health department disabled. And they did a tremendous job, and it's great to see what our police and fire do.
Good.
And thank you. And
Thank
Chief
you.
Lloyd talked to quite a few chiefs, and they had nothing but accolades of how great you are. I wanted to pass that on.
Thank you.
All righty. Can I have a motion to pay the bills?
Seriously, so moved.
Bracknick, second.
Searcy.
Aye.
Bracknick.
Aye.
Bertone.
Aye.
Harrison.
Aye.
Heights.
Aye.
Horton.
Aye.
Thank you.
Ordinance number 2021-011, an ordinance to approve permanent appropriations for current expenses and other expenditures of the Village of Fairport Harbor, Lake County, Ohio during the fiscal year beginning January 1st, 2021 and ending December 31st, 2021, and declaring an emergency.
Bertone, move to adopt.
Horton, second.
Bertone, move to suspend the rules.
Horton, second.
On the motion to suspend, Bertone,
Aye.
Horton,
Aye.
Saracy,
Aye.
Harrison,
Aye.
Heights,
Aye.
Backnick.
Aye.
On the motion to adopt, Bertone,
Aye.
Horton,
Aye.
Saracy,
Aye.
Harrison,
Aye.
Heights,
Aye.
Backnick.
Aye.
Thank you.
Resolution number 2021-12, a resolution confirming the reappointment of Greg Major to the Fairport Harbor Board of Zoning Appeals and declaring an emergency.
Mayor,
Is
I
it
think we need to
reappointment or
amend that.
appointment?
I'm sorry?
Yeah,
Is
that
it
was my
reappointment?
amendment. I think it's an appointment, not a reappointment.
Maybe appointment.
Okay. So it is an appointment, not a reappointment.
So I'll make the motion to append that to reflect appointment.
Second, Doug.
And I'll
Okay.
make a motion to approve it as amended.
I think it says it in the packet in the agenda as appointing Greg Major
Yeah.
and Chris Pinto. Aren't these two replacing the ones that resigned?
Yeah.
That's correct.
Yeah, but they're appointments, not reappointments, so the legislation
Right.
has to reflect.
Right.
Correct.
Second, Doug.
On the motion to amend the legislation, Horton,
Aye.
Harrison,
Aye.
Saracy,
Aye.
Heights,
Aye.
Backnick,
Aye. Aye.
Bertone.
Aye.
On the motion to
Approve.
waive the rules.
I'll make that motion. Horton.
Second, Doug.
Horton,
Aye.
Harrison,
Aye.
Backnick,
Aye.
Bertone,
Aye.
Heights,
Aye.
Saracy.
Aye.
And I'll make a motion to approve.
Horton,
Second.
Harrison,
Aye.
Backnick,
Aye.
Bertone,
Aye.
Heights,
Aye.
Saracy.
Aye.
Okay, we'll need a motion to amend this resolution 2021-13. Resolution confirming the appointment, not reappointment, of Chris Pinta to the Fairport Harbor Board of Zoning Appeals and declaring an emergency.
I'll make that motion. Horton.
Second, Harrison.
On the motion to amend, Horton,
Aye.
Harrison,
Aye.
Bertone,
Aye.
Back,
Aye.
Heights,
Aye.
Saracy.
Aye.
I'll make a motion to approve. Horton.
Second, Harrison.
And a
Can I-
motion to suspend the rules. Horton.
Second, Harrison.
On the motion to suspend, Horton,
Aye.
Harrison,
Aye.
Backnick,
Aye.
Bertone,
Aye.
Heights,
Aye.
Saracen.
Aye.
On the motion to adopt, Horton,
Aye.
Harrison,
Aye.
Backnick,
Aye.
Bertone,
Aye.
Heights,
Aye.
Saracen.
Aye.
Thank you.
Sorry to make that so messy, but we got it right.
No, thank you for catching it.
Yes.
Okay, resolution number 2021-014, resolution honoring Robert Lloyd as the 2020 Fairport Harbor Employee of the Year. Whereas Robert Lloyd began his employment with the Village of Fairport Harbor as a part-time chief on February 2nd, 2018, and whereas Bob's tenure with the village has been defined by his professionalism, hard work, dedication, and exemplary service to the village and to the residents of Fairport Harbor. And whereas Bob goes above and beyond for the village every day. However, during 2020, he was instrumental in keeping the employees and residents safe during the COVID-19 pandemic. Bob implemented an incident command center at Village Hall, kept in constant contact with other department heads, employees, schools, and hospitals, kept Village Hall and vehicles disinfected, and worked with department heads and administration to determine best practices when dealing with suspected and/or positive COVID-19 cases. And whereas Bob's expertise in this field has been a great benefit for the Village of Fairport Harbor, and the mayor, council, and the administration wish to recognize and honor Robert Lloyd as the 2020 Fairport Harbor Employee of the Year. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the council of the Village of Fairport Harbor, County of Lake, and State of Ohio, that this council, on its own behalf and on behalf of the administration and citizens of Fairport Harbor, recognizes and honors Robert Lloyd as a 2020 Fairport Harbor Employee of the Year. Therefore, this resolution shall be in full force and effective immediately upon its passage by council and approval by the mayor.
Saracen move to adopt, or do we just need a motion?
Heights second.
Saracen move to
Suspend.
suspend.
Heights second.
On the motion to suspend, on the motion to suspend, Mr. Saracen,
Aye.
Heights,
Aye.
Bertone,
Aye.
Backnick,
Aye.
Harrison,
Aye.
Horton.
Aye.
On the motion to adopt, Saracen,
Aye.
Heights,
Aye.
Bertone,
Aye.
Backnick,
Aye.
Harrison,
Aye.
Horton.
Aye.
Thank you.
Let me just say this too, with Bob, one of the things that probably didn't get covered in the resolution, and Bob just did an outstanding job working with Chris and the senior center and with Ron Graham at the Department of Health of trying to find a way with the governor and the state of Ohio keeping senior centers closed. We were able to creatively find a way to open that center back up as a community center and still serve our seniors. And I'm sure we'll have some of the same going on this year. Bob has just been willing to think outside of the box and really puts people's safety and welfare into the forefront. He's been a leader, not just in Fairport Harbor, but I know from the meetings that I've been involved with, et cetera, at the county level, and I would say at some levels, the state level as well. We're fortunate to have Bob and his expertise, and he does a fine job commanding the forces that he has, and the training that's come along. So congratulations, Bob. This is normally the time where we would stand up and give you a standing ovation. Hopefully we'll remember to do so in April, but here for you, sir. Thank you.
Thanks, Chief.
Mayor, if I could add,
Yes.
on behalf of council, I think we all wish we could have made the motion to approve that. Bob, we can't thank you enough for everything you do for us.
Thank you. Nobody can see that I'm sweaty and have a red face right now, so thank you.
Good. All righty. Let's see, resolution number 2021-15, a resolution appointing Eric Bergera Kush as a firefighter for the Village of Fairport Harbor, Ohio, and declaring an emergency.
Seriously, move to adopt.
Bertone, second.
Seriously, move to suspend.
Bertone, second.
On the motion to suspend, Saracy,
Aye.
Bertone,
Aye.
Backnick,
Aye.
Harrison,
Aye.
Mr. Harrison,
Aye.
Horton,
Aye.
Heights,
Aye.
Okay, resolution 2021-16.
I need, excuse me, Mayor, I need to do one part of that yet. On the motion to, Mr. Saracy,
Aye.
Mr. Bertone,
Aye.
Ms. Backnick,
Aye.
Mr. Harrison,
Aye.
Mr. Horton,
Aye.
Mr. Heights.
Aye.
Thank you.
Okay. Resolution 2021-16, a resolution confirming the appointment of Michael D. Perez as a regular police officer for the Village of Fairport Harbor, Ohio, and declaring an emergency. I believe we need to make an amendment on this one as well. The effective date is February 15th, correct, Chris?
That's correct, Mayor. Amended to read 15.
I'll make the motion to amend the document, the resolution. Bertone.
Height, second.
Second, Horton.
On the motion to amend, Bertone,
Aye.
Heights,
Aye.
Horton,
Aye.
Backnick,
Aye.
Harrison,
Aye.
Saracy.
Aye.
Thank you.
Okay, I don't think I have anything else this evening. Is anything from council wish to address at this point?
I think we need to adopt that
Mayor,
resolution.
if I may,
Oh, I'm sorry. I keep jumping the gun. Go ahead.
I'll make a motion to adopt.
I'll make a motion. That's a second. That's Bertone.
And a motion to approve.
suspend,
Yes, he meant suspend, and I'll second that, Bertone.
on the motion to suspend, Horton,
Aye.
Bertone,
Aye.
Backnick,
Aye.
Saracy,
Aye.
Harrison, Mr. Harrison,
Aye.
Height.
Aye.
On the motion to adopt, Horton,
Aye.
Bertone,
Aye.
Backnick,
Aye.
Saracy,
Aye.
Harrison,
Aye.
Heights.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, I'll try again. Sorry about the last two, Chris. If nothing else? a motion-
Mayor, just one thing.
Yes,
Just a comment that the audio was pretty choppy this particular meeting. That's all.
yep.
It's a
Doug,
good
you
thing we
I think the beginning, we're actually going to try to go back to in-person the third Tuesday in April. And then we're going to just try to keep a single council meeting from that point to the end of the year, and then we'll reassess at the end of the year to find out if we want to keep them that way. Okay, so we got one more meeting in March that we'll have this way, and then we should be back to in-person meetings.
Thank you.
Okay, I guess the last thing before we go, I just saw Dave Radishy pop up on the screen. I know Amy had in her report, Dave had put together quite a few changes to the Planning Commission last Tuesday's meeting. Amy sent that off to council. We would like you guys to review that well in advance before it comes to you for any changes that you might want to see, or at least be prepared to talk about it at that meeting. But these are, the majority of them are in regards to outside tenting and seating down in the business area. It'll give the administration through Dave Radishy the ability to grant permits and things of that nature without having to go back to Planning Commission and council for every request. So we do need that flexibility to move forward with. Council can certainly pull back that power at any time if we find out that it's not working for us. But I think what Dave has proposed is more than fair. It gives us plenty of oversight, but it just allows the administration to be a little more nimble to the business needs and requests. Does that kind of sum it up, Dave?
Yeah, there's also some changes to accessory structures and to parking. There's a memo in your packets this evening. If anybody's got any questions, please feel free to email me or call me at my office in Lake County, or email me at david.radacci@lakecounty.ohio.gov. So I'm more than willing to answer any questions in the next month.
Yep, wonderful. Yeah, and the parking was another one that's a big hurdle for new businesses or restaurants, et cetera, that want to come into our downtown area. What we have on our ordinances as far as minimum parking requirements are very hard to meet on the lot sizes that we have. We have plenty of off-street parking available to us. I think it actually encourages more walking of the village and hitting of the other businesses. So, Ohio City, the Tremont area, these are all areas that have off-street parking issues the same as we do in our downtown area, and they found a way to make it work. So take a look at those, and we're looking forward to the conversation and making these changes by the start of our busy season coming up here, because we do expect to be busy this year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think we covered it all.
I would just like to.
One more comment, Mayor, if I
Hold
may.
on, Mr. Heights has the floor. Go ahead, Jerry.
I just want to say kudos to the service department, because the streets were great, and I know they did a phenomenal job. And tell them to rest up, because they're going to need them again Thursday and Friday.
I know. Will do.
Definitely. Go ahead, Mr. Horton.
Mayor, that was my comment too. Kudos to the service department. Probably our worst storm of the season, and they did a great job.
As always.
They really did.
Yep. Agreed. Okay, a motion to adjourn.
So moved, Horton.
Second, Backnick.
Chris, we have a motion to adjourn.
Sorry, I was on mute.
Gotcha.
Mr. Patone.
Aye.
Backnick.
Aye.
Harrison.
Sorry, I was late. Aye.
Aye.
Horton.
Aye.
Saracen.
Aye.
Adjourned at 19:15.
All right. Good night, all. Thank you. See ya.
Good night.
See you, everybody.
Thank you. Good night.